Hi, I'm Dr. Wilshire. Today I'd like to discuss the issue of RhoGAM and negative blood types in women who are pregnant. Blood is evaluated by various proteins on the surface of the blood, and one is called Rh factor. Came from rhesus monkey research way back when. You can either have this factor on the surface of the blood cells or not. If it is not on the surface, it's called Rh negative. Now, you can get Rh factor from both your mother and your father, and you have two copies of this gene. So if your mother is positive blood type, you can still get a negative gene from her. If your father is positive blood type, you can still get a negative gene from him. So the chance of having Rh negative blood yourself is low, but not impossible. Now, the chance of a woman having Rh negative blood type is around 15%. Although there's some populations in Northern Africa and Spain where it's as high as 25%. But if a woman is a negative blood type, you need to realize that chances are her partner has a positive blood type, then the chance that the baby and the pregnancy she carries having a positive blood type is very, very high. Where we can get into trouble in pregnancy is if this positive blood from the baby and the fetus gets into the blood of the mother who is Rh negative. The mother can recognize these positive blood cells as a foreign invader, and she can mount an immune reaction and be called isoimmunized. In the old days, until the 1950s, 1960s, isoimmunization was a big problem. Although it usually isn't a problem with the first pregnancy, in future pregnancies, if the woman is isoimmunized, she can attack the positive fetus, and it can cause severe anemia and severe problems, including fetal death. Now, many decades ago, some very smart scientists figured out that if you can take these antibodies from a human serum, purify them, sterilize them, and quantify them, it can be given as a medication, as an injection called RhoGAM. It's an antibody against these Rho or these rhesus epitopes or proteins on the blood. And by giving the shot, it can coat the fetal blood and prevent the isoimmunization process in the mother. And that can greatly improve outcomes in future pregnancy. Now, when to give this medicine is pretty well established. It should be given in the second trimester of pregnancy, usually if around 26 to 28 weeks, and usually just after delivery, which is usually around 40 weeks. Now, if the father is Rh negative and the mother is Rh negative, the fetus will virtually always be Rh negative as well, and these women do not need RhoGAM. You need to realize in general OBGYN practices, however, if a woman is Rh negative, she's going to get the RhoGAM because you're not always sure who the father is, and you sometimes don't know the father's blood type. Now, in my world of reproductive medicine, we almost always know who the father is. So if a woman has a negative blood type, we almost always test the father or the sperm donor and know his blood type. Most people are blood type positive, so most women are due to receive RhoGAM. Where the controversy exists is what do we do in early pregnancy? There's very little hard scientific data to support using RhoGAM in the first trimester. That's generally from the beginning of pregnancy to 12 weeks. However, theoretically, a pregnancy should have enough blood in it to start an isoimmunization process if some of that fetal blood gets into the mother as early as 8 weeks. So most doctors, at least here in the United States, will give RhoGAM if a woman is having bleeding, has a threatened miscarriage, has a true miscarriage, or has a procedure called an amniocentesis, where fetal blood might mix with the mother's blood. Now, before 8 weeks, most doctors in the United States will still give RhoGAM if there's been bleeding or some type of miscarriage or threatened miscarriage. Although there's no science for this, this is standard of care because most people are afraid of getting sued. And this is called defensive medicine. And it's what's practiced in the United States, and it's hard to fault this type of practice of being extra safe. It's called an abundance of caution. So don't be surprised if you have an early miscarriage, even if it's super early, called a biochemical, and your OBGYN recommends you receive Rogaine. Now, Rogaine is somewhat expensive. Um, it comes in a mini dose instead of 300 micrograms, which is the normal dose. It comes in a 50 microgram dosage, which theoretically should be cheaper. However, when you look at having to stock a second line of Rogaine and having to keep it cold and having a shelf life and all this kind of stuff, the hope of saving money with these micro doses of Rogaine usually doesn't save much money to be worth it. So a lot of places do not carry this 50 microgram dose. Everybody gets a 300 microgram, whether that's too much or not. So most doctors in the United States will give Rogaine in the first trimester, even though the science behind it is not very strong. Although we all agree that a shot of Rogaine in the second trimester and around the time of delivery is a very good idea. So I hope that explains to you the concept of Rh negative blood, isoimmunization, and the use of Rogaine to prevent problems in pregnancy, especially future ones. I hope that's helpful.